Good morning, students. Today we are going to complete chapter number 9 of economics. Chapter 9, national income. First of all, simple definition right from first page. Meaning of national income. First of all, simple definition of national income: monetary value of goods and services. Monetary value of goods and services produced during a given year. Given year means current year. Whenever monetary value of goods and services which are produced in the current year, when we are calculating the value of goods and services which are produced in the current year, that is called national income. So monetary value of goods and services produced during a given year is called national income. So first of all, definition. Then national income is calculated at different levels, means different terms are used for national income. Already we have done, that is not required because that is deleted from your course. For example, GDP, MP, this is domestic income. When DP is used, means domestic income. Then GNP, these are different terms, means we are calculating national income at different levels. So GDP, MP, GNP, MP. Now here NP is used, this is called national income. But here national income has different terms. For example, here this is also national income, but this national income includes G means depreciation. This national income includes net indirect tax. So if we have to calculate national income at market price or calculate including depreciation, then we need to calculate GNP. Then GDP, FC, then GNP, FC. So these are different terms which are used for calculating national income. Similarly, NDP, MP, then NDP, FC, then NNP, MP, then NNP, FC. So total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 terms are used for calculating national income, or almost all terms. I had already explained you what is the relation. For example, if GDP is given, GDP MP, and we need to calculate, take any one term. For example, we need to calculate NNP MP. Now calculate NNP MP. So from G, here gross is given. So from gross means we have to convert G to N. So minus depreciation. Once you might deduct depreciation, it becomes N. Now here DP is written and here we need NP. So we need to add net factor income from abroad. Here MP, then it's okay. So when we deduct depreciation and add NFIA from GDP MP, then we will get NNP MP. In this way, different terms we can calculate in national income. So one line definition: monetary value of goods and services produced during a given year is called national income. Now we all know that there are three methods for calculating national income: income method, expenditure method, and production method. That's why different experts, different economists has given different definition for national income. For example, first one is page number 94. Alfred Marshall. First definition. Can I am writing? Definition of national income. The first one is given by Alfred Marshall. His definition of national income is based on production method. production method. So we have already done production method in which we are taking the value of outputs produced by different sectors. Now what is the definition according to Alfred Marshall? The net production. Why net is written? Net means after deducting intermediate goods. According to production method we have done, first of all, value of output produced by all sector. Then we are deducting intermediate goods in order to avoid double counting. So here net production. Net production of physical means tangible. In simple language, tangibles. Production of tangible means which can be seen and intangible. Net production of tangible and simple. Net production of physical. One word you have to use, physical and non-physical things. By using natural wealth, with capital and labor, in a country during a given year. This is the definition. This is also the definition of national income, but according to production means this income definition is based on production method, and this definition is given by Alfred Marshall. So Alfred Marshall definition of national income is based on production method. Net production, first one is net production. Net production means after deducting intermediate goods, that is called net production of physical means goods which can be seen, which can be touched, and non-physical means services. We all know we are taking here goods produced by all sector means agricultural sectors and industrial sectors and service sector. Agricultural sectors and industrial sectors are producing physical goods, and service sectors are providing services, that is called non-physical, which cannot be seen, which cannot be touched. So net production of physical and non-physical things. How we are producing goods? By using factors of production. So by using natural wealth means natural resources with capital means machineries, and labor means in simple language we can say net production of physical and non-physical things by using various factors of production in a country during a given year. During a given year means in the current year. So whatever goods and services produced by different sectors by using different factors of production in the current year is called national income according to production method. Now second one is according to consumption based definition. Consumption means expenditure. Second one is definition of national income given by Irving Fisher. Within bracket, consumption based. Consumption means when we are consuming, when we are purchasing goods, and purchasing goods means expenditure method. So consumption based method, consumption based or expenditure based. Now what is the definition of national income according to Irving Fisher? So his definition is based on consumption. Now definition is the proportion of direct consumption of goods and services by the people, the proportion of direct consumption of goods and services by the people of a country during a year is called national income. It's called national income. Proportion means the percentage of income, whatever income earned by different individuals. Out of that income, the percentage of income which is spent on direct consumption. Direct consumption means, I have already told you that in the national income we are taking, there are two types of goods: intermediate goods and finished goods. Finished goods is also known as final goods. What is intermediate goods? Intermediate goods are those goods which are used for further production. For example, if sugarcane is directly purchased by us means consumer, then it is called finished goods. But if sugarcane is purchased by sugar mills, in that case sugarcane becomes intermediate goods. Another example, sugar. If sugar is purchased by consumer in order to satisfy their wants directly, in that case sugar is finished goods. But if same sugar is purchased by confectionaries, means those who are producing biscuits, pastries, cake, then in that case sugar becomes intermediate goods. So value of intermediate goods is not included in a national income. Only which goods are included? Value of finished goods. Value means monetary value of finished goods. So, and finished goods are purchased by consumers in order to satisfy their wants directly. Means the goods which satisfy our wants directly, such goods are, the monetary value of such goods are included in national income. Now try to understand definition. The proportion, the percentage of the income which we are spending on consumption, means purchase of goods and services which satisfy our wants directly. Which satisfy our wants means wants of the people of a particular country during a given year. Given year, everywhere we are using during a given year, means current year. We are talking about current year. So in the current year or in any year, whatever goods and services are purchased by consumer in order to satisfy their wants directly, then it is called national income, and it is based on consumption method or expenditure method, and such method means such definition is given by Irving Fisher. So one definition is common definition: monetary value of goods and services produced during a given year is called national income. Then different definitions of national income given by different economists on the basis of production method, on the basis of expenditure method, and on the basis of income method. Now income method is left. तो ये सर एक फोटो ले लेते ना. Once again, last one is Irving Fisher. Try to understand. The proportion means percentage of income which we are spending on purchase of goods and services. So proportion means percentage of income. Of direct means here the goods which satisfy our wants directly. Whatever goods we are purchasing, almost each and every goods satisfying our wants directly. So direct means direct satisfaction. Consumption of goods means consumption of goods and services means purchase of goods and services by the people, means by the consumer of a country during a given year. During a given year means, or during a year means current year. So it is called national income. Now income method is left. Third one is, so once again, the definition of national income on the basis of production method is given by Alfred Marshall. This is for 1 mark question or MCQ question. Or give definition of national income according to Alfred Marshall. Give definition of national income given by Irving Fisher, or give definition of national income on the basis of consumption method. Consumption means expenditure method. Or give definition of national income on the basis of production method. In this way question can be asked. So please try to learn economist, name of the economist, and they had given which type of national income, definition of national income on the basis of which method. Try to learn this also. Alfred Marshall's definition is based on production method. Irving Fisher's definition is based on expenditure method. Now third one is income method. Means definition of national income on the basis of income method. And this method is given by A.C. Pigou, P-E-P-I-G-O-U. And his definition is based on income method. Money based definition, that is given money based. Money based definition. Money based definition means, or based on income method. Now money based, first two lines, national income is a flow of those things means goods and services whose payment have been done through money or which can be easily presented by money, means rent, then interest, then wages, then profit. So all expenditures means incomes we can expressed in money terms. So money, national income, the definition is national income is a flow of goods and services, flow of goods and services, flow of those goods and services whose payment has been done through money. Payment has been done through money or which can be easily presented by money. So three different definitions of national income are presented by different economists: Alfred Marshall, then A.C. Pigou, then Irving Fisher. Alfred Marshall definition of national income is based on production method. Then Irving Fisher, his national income definition of national income is based on consumption method. And now A.C. Pigou, his definition of national income is based on money based definition or income method. The first part completed, meaning of national income, then definition of national income given by different economists. Now next topic is 9.2, national income and national product, which is deleted from the course. Then 9.3 on page number 95. 9.3 page number 95. 9.3. Once again, page number 94, chapter starts from 9.1. General meaning of national income we have completed right now. Then 9.1.2, different definitions of national income given by different economists we have done. Then 9.2 is deleted from the course. Now 9.3, that is topic is circular flow of income. Yesterday we have completed circular flow of income. Now circular flow of income, I am just reading explanation already we have completed, but just for your understanding I am repeating once again. In terms of theoretical explanation, page number 95, circular flow of national income. In terms of theoretical explanation, there are two types of economy. So important sentence I am writing here, two types of economy. One is closed economy and open economy. Now, closed economy, in simple language, closed economies are those economies which are not depend on other countries for trade, for any other relation. So, they are not depend on any other country for import and export of goods and services. Means sale and purchase of goods and services does not take place with other countries. Means any economy which does not have any relation with other countries, such economy is called closed economy. The closed economy is the one in which there is no role of foreign trade. Such economy has no economic transactions with other country. No goods, services and factors of production are exported. No goods, services and factors of production are imported. In simple language, goods and services are neither imported nor exported from other country. Means any economy which has no trade relation with any other country, such economy is called closed economy. Means closed economy is self-dependent or self-reliant. Whereas in the open economy, we all know economy means that country which has trade relation with other country, means import and export of goods and services take place in such economy. That type of country, that type of economy is called open economy. So nowadays open economy exists. This is all about closed economy and open economy. Now how topic is circular flow of income or money. So how money circulates from one sector to another sector. So here in your textbook only circular flow of money in closed economy is given. So on page number 96 you can see the diagram. In diagram, one side firm is given. Firm means that unit which are producing goods or services, and other is families, means owner of factors of production, families. Now how money circulates, that is given. You can see in your diagram also. One side owners of factors of productions are providing, means they are providing land, labor, capital and entrepreneur. Means they are providing entrepreneur, they are providing factors of production. And in one side families are providing factors of production. These are called factors of production. Factors of production to firm. Why? For producing goods and services. In return, firm is making payment to families in the form of rent, interest, wages, profit. Now second part, once money is received by families, then second part is they are making payment to firm. For what? Making payment for purchase of goods and services. Purchase of goods and services. Then in simple language you have to explain this diagram that is given below the diagram. a firm produces goods and services with the help of these factors and put them in market, then supply these goods and services in the market for selling them. The families purchase goods and services from the market. The families purchase goods and services from the market, and families pay money. Families pay money to firm. Why? For purchasing goods and services. Which goods and services? Which are produced by firm. How firms are producing goods and services? With the help of factors of production. And from where families are receiving money? When they are providing factors of production to firm for producing goods and services. In return, they are getting income in the form of rent, interest, wages or profit. And therefore, the flow of money comes back to firms. First of all, firm is making payment to families, then for factors of production, for taking factors of production. Then second part, families are making payment to firms. In this way, money circulates from firm to family and family to firm in closed economy. And therefore, the flow of money comes back to firms from families, and firm purchase factors with the help of this money. So whatever money firm is earning, with the help of those money, they are able to hire, they are able to take the services of different types of factors of production. And again, pays to families, and from families to firm is called circular flow of production, income, expenditure of the national income. This circular flow of national income keeps the economy constantly vibrant. Vibrant means momentum, a speed. Such type of activities are giving a speed, a momentum to the economy, to the progress of the economy. National income can be measured by three ways: production method, income method and expenditure method. 9.4 important concepts of national income, GDP, GNP, that is deleted from the course. Then directly come on 9.5, measurement of national income. So how national income is measured, or what are the different methods to measure national income, we have already done. First one is production method, income method, third one is, and last one is expenditure method. Production method is also known as value added method or output method. And production method, income method and expenditure method we have already completed. The last topic 9.7, production method, national income method and expenditure method. You have to explain on the basis of method formulas, which I had already told you yesterday. I had written on the board yesterday. First of all, write the formula, write the format, then try to explain that format. And then one more question: what should not be included in national income, or what should be excluded from national income? Means which item should not be taken in national income while calculating national income. So I have already explained. For example, income from illegal activities is not to be taken. Production of the last year, production of goods and services of the last year or previous year, not last year, previous years are not to be taken. That's why sale of second hand assets we are not including in national income. In national income, only and only goods and services which are produced in the current year is taken. Depreciation is not to be taken while calculating national income. Any kind of intermediate goods are not to be taken while calculating national income. Any kind of transfer income like pension, scholarship, unemployment allowances, old age pension, such type of things, such type of transfer incomes are tax taken by or imposed by government. These are all transfer income, one-sided income. That's why transfer incomes are not required to be taken in national income. But commission earned by broker by selling second-hand goods is to be taken. Then sale of financial assets means share debentures. Sale of share debenture is not required to be taken in national income. Income from illegal activities like smuggling, robbery are not required to be taken. The last topic 9.7, monetary income and real income is also deleted from the course. 9.7 topic is monetary income and real income is deleted.